Hi everyone, Nick here. I'm Nicola from Digital Independence Hub. I want to give you a very warm welcome for joining me here for about 10 minutes to understand who is Nick and what is Nick doing and who is she helping out there. Today I want to talk about how I moved from being a job hunter to a job creator. How myself and people like you that are watching this who are midlifers with decades of life and lived experience, passions, work experience, skill sets, might be a subject matter expert as well, how we can actually create a very, very thriving business around packaging and selling that expertise. Maybe it's even if you've overcome some personal struggles in your life. Sad that you went through it, but by going through it, you've got some lessons, and you can share that with other people out there that are actually going through the same similar struggle. So what you're sharing and teaching online with others could be somebody else's survival guide. So, like I said, I hope that you get a lot of value from this chat that we're going to have this afternoon, and see if it resonates with you, because I'm going to be sharing my story about how I became a job hunter to a job creator. So you might be here because you were laid off, you're tired of the 9-to-5 grind, or you're simply worried that you're running out of time. I know exactly how that feels, because at 57 last year in September 2024, unexpectedly I lost my job overnight. And in that moment, all my dreams I had for retirement, all the travel plans, the comfortable lifestyle, just felt like they were slipping away. And I was standing at crossroads. And I had to make some very, very important decisions, and I didn't know what to do next. So, knowing that and money running out, I sat down and I listed all my options, and none of them felt right. Now, option one could have been that I did nothing. Do nothing. Just go with the flow and do nothing. But that would mean that I was in the exact same position. I would be in the exact same position next year if I didn't do anything. So option one was definitely not an option for me. Option two, I was thinking, oh my God, I need to survive. Maybe I'll downsize, give up my, beautiful home in front of the beach, probably about 600 meters away from a lovely location, or move in with my family. Now that would be totally miserable and soul crushing for me. Option number three was I could stop living, become frugal, and stop socializing, not seeing anyone, because money's tight. Money can only stretch so far. I had sort of used up all my savings, and I was like at a really, really hard point in my life. I had people that were owing me, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and had disappeared and were not willing to pay me back. And I was just in a complete shambles with all these options, money running out, feeling very unfulfilled, starting to feel miserable. And I was starting to get depressed, didn't want to get out of bed. And I thought, okay, the only choice I have is this that made any sense. I was job hunting, and I was getting rejections. I was actually doing successful in some of the interviews, but the wages were like junior wages that was really not sustainable for me. They seemed to have overlooked all my years of experience, skill sets, life and lived experience. They just seemed to overlook it, and I was like going to start at the bottom. And if I'd taken that job, yes, I would have had wages, but it was, minimum wages again, quite junior level, and I would have been just a real sorry ass miserable woman. And I thought that is not an option for me. So I had to think of something, and something fast. Now, I love tech and I love digital, but what I saw, I was blown away. That even me, who can build websites and that, I just didn't have, how can I say, the energy anymore to plug in all these fragmented digital tools. It would have taken me months to get everything seamlessly talking to each other. So what I'm talking about here is that how am I going to collect the payments? I need to have something plugged in. How am I going to manage automations, marketing, email marketing? Plug something else in, right? Then obviously I need a website, plug that in. Then after that, I need to have a funnel, right? How am I going to raise awareness of who I am? What are my services? What offerings do I have? I needed something to do landing pages, right? All of a sudden, I was like having all this scrambled stuff in my head, and I thought, this is amazing. This platform had everything all under one dashboard. I forgot the other thing is not interviews, appointments, consultations. I would have to get Calendly, put that in, right? So you could see it was like an octopus, right? One idea, and I needed to buy all these digital platforms and subscriptions, and then obviously I needed to buy Zoom. Otherwise, how am I going to have workshops? So when I saw this platform, I was completely blown away because everything was under one hood. And on top of that, I was able to host courses. So I could have courses on there online so people can buy those courses and watch them at their own pace. And I thought, wow, this is absolutely mind-blowing. So when I watched that webinar, I was converted straight away, and I bought the platform, and I was totally supported from point go. Now, I'm a tech geek. I love tech, as I told you, but the support that I got was amazing. All of a sudden, I started to belong to a new community. I belonged to an academy where they had all their tutorials, all their videos, the content, partner circle calls. I became part of a community. I didn't feel isolated. I didn't feel alone, right? So I was getting not only the platform, I was getting the support with a dedicated admin account manager, plus I was getting a community of partner circles, huddles for your questions, and it was just a big buzzing community that I didn't feel alone, like I was just buying some platform and having to build it on my own, which I do know how to do, but I think one of the things that got me was the community part of it, and also the fact that it was extremely affordable. When you're unemployed and money's tight, I found this to be the most affordable platform that anyone could ask for when they are running out of money and they need to do something fast and start a business that they want, that they love to do. So I went all in and I bought this platform. So with this platform, I was able to combine 38 years of my expertise and passion for helping others. My mission here is to help anyone like you that is listening to this, who's either in long-term unemployment, can't find a job, keep getting rejections after rejection, or successful in a job and the wages, conditions is really not sustainable, and they just seem to have overlooked all your years and decades of experience in that. Either you're retired and you're still a young retiree and you still want to contribute in society, you absolutely got a lot to share with others. If you're somebody that's gearing up for retirement, wants to pull the plug from your full-time job and gear up, setting up, a dashboard of sharing your expertise. You might be a mindset coach, you might be a financial wealth planner that you want to teach. You might be a bookkeeper. You might be lots and lots of different things. And I'm going to share on my upcoming webinar lots of ideas how you can actually make an income, earn an income, and create a lifestyle that you want. Now, I'm not here to tell you that I've made thousands of dollars. I want to grow together with you. So I'm probably about 6 or 7 months into this game, and so far I've started with zero and it's growing and growing and growing. And I'm just loving the energy. I'm loving getting up in the morning. I'm loving sharing what gets me, what fires me up to help others with my digital experience. You may have something else. You might be a yoga teacher. You might be a fitness instructor. You might like cooking. You might like sewing. You might be somebody that's a trainer, a teacher, a tutor. You might like to teach people how to play music. You might, overcome some struggles, depression, domestic violence, anything out there that you can help share your story. There could be someone else's survival guide. So this is where my mission is to help people like yourself that are listening to this create a career that you love. So instead of being a job hunter and getting more and more and more depressed about the unemployment rate out there, it's not your fault. There's so much uncertainty in the world. There are lots of businesses that are closing. Lots of people are getting retrenched out there, thinking, oh my God, how am I going to survive? I've got a pathway for you. I've got something here that I'm totally excited about. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to help you. Get your niche out there, package it all up and earn some income and create that lifestyle that you desire. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, I'm too old, Nick, you're not old. Okay, we've got users that are using this platform that are in their late 70s and 80s. We've got doctors using it. We've got yoga teachers. We've got bakers. We've got business, crypto, wealth, knowledge. Everyone is using this platform because I believe too that not only is the e-learning system changing, the education department, the education system is changing, but also the way that we work is going to be changing. And with the adoption of AI, that has really thrown the spanner in the works for everyone. And I believe that lifelong learning, there's always something out there that us midlifers can teach the younger generation as well, because we've got decades of experience. This is not in textbook, right? So you're sitting on a gold mine, an absolute gold mine, and you just need the right support, you need the right tools, you need the right platform, you need the right community to belong to. And trust me, your life will slowly and surely change. If you're feeling depressed because you can't find a job, or you're looking for a way of making a side income or a way to start slowly and surely retire but walk into something that you love doing, this is a webinar that I'm having where I'm going to go deep dive and show you behind the scenes how it all works. You need to look out for this webinar. I really invite you to jump on board. It'll be 1 hour, 1 hour weekly, and I invite you to come because I will give you a deep dive and show you exactly where everything is, how easy it is. And then I have my digital coaching courses that is going to guide you. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to help you create your own job. So if you can't find a job, create one for yourself. So please look out for my webinar. It will be there. It'll be coming out this week, and I really encourage you to jump on board, give it a shot. You've got nothing to lose and more to gain. I'm going to say bye for now. Have an awesome week.